Get ready to witness the most embarrassing moment of Sadiq Khan's career, live and unfiltered. This isn't a parody. This is the real Mayor of London, mocking his own office, throwing tantrums, and turning serious political questions into a cringe-worthy performance in front of children. Watch the best Sadiq Khan humiliation clip ever, where arrogance meets reality and the mask slips. This one clip destroys all his credibility. If you care about leadership, respect, or basic dignity, don't blink. This is the meltdown they didn't want you to see.
Do you want to do a dance, sing a song? What are you up to?
I'm trying to entertain the children because the show's quite
So are
boring,
we.
isn't it?
So Caroline Russell, thank you.
Thank you. And can we just wave to the children because they have just come in and we are
come on,
talking
Peter, give them a wave, you
about
curmudgeon.
free
Turn
school
around, wave to the
meals.
kids.
So it's
Stop it.
very good that we have
What are you gonna do,
children in our audience. So
Sorry, Assembly Member, did you just call me a joke?
Oh, Peter, stop being a joker. Stop taking yourself so seriously. There are children here watching you act like a curmudgeon. Smile and give them a wave. Come on.
Mr. Mayor, I think everyone on this committee would appreciate it if you were to behave in the manner of your office and stop trying to make cheap digs at people.
Chair, do you mean everyone? Do you mean everyone?
Well, I will
or do you mean
finish
Conservatives?
Speaking. People are asking questions in a respectful way, and we would appreciate it if you would answer them accordingly. Thank you. Assembly Member Russell.
thank you. I'm almost minded to suggest we all have a minute's silence to collect our thoughts, but I won't.
What happens when the Mayor of London turns a serious political inquiry into a circus act, mocking the opposition, performing for children, and throwing dignity out the window? This wasn't a press conference, it was a playground. But the real punchline, it wasn't funny, it was humiliating. A live meltdown, an exposed ego, and a total betrayal of public trust, all caught on camera. Brace yourself for the moment Sadiq Khan turned democracy into a pantomime. In the Grand Chamber where London's fate is debated, where housing crises are dissected, knife crime statistics reviewed, and serious questions hurled at those in charge, something unthinkable happened. A moment that began with responsibility quickly spiralled into utter farce. And at the centre of this chaos stood none other than Mayor Sadiq Khan, smirking, mocking, and turning public accountability into a grotesque performance. Picture this. Elected officials gathered to question the mayor, a live audience, children visiting to observe democracy in action, a chance to inspire the next generation with the seriousness and dignity of public service. Instead, they witnessed a circus. Instead of listening intently or responding with clarity, Khan turned to performance. "Do you want to do a dance? Sing a song?" he quipped sarcastically, turning to Caroline Russell, a fellow Assembly member mid-discussion. Yes, this really happened. The Mayor of London, on taxpayer time in a publicly broadcast hearing, decided to turn questioning into a variety show. And why? Because he was being challenged. Because serious questions were making him sweat. His defence mechanism? Deflect, joke, distract. And when Caroline Russell, clearly baffled by his behaviour, tried to proceed, Khan doubled down. "There are children here. Smile and wave. Stop being a joker," he snapped with faux cheer, waving at the audience like a desperate pantomime villain begging for applause. The room fell into an uneasy silence. This wasn't leadership. It was embarrassment. It wasn't charm. It was disrespect. This wasn't a joke. It was a humiliation, not just for Khan, but for the very fabric of British democracy. "Mr. Mayor," came the voice of an exasperated Assembly member, "everyone on this committee would appreciate it if you behaved in the manner of your office." But Khan wasn't finished. The damage was done. The children in the room didn't get a lesson in governance. They witnessed a grown man mock his own role, weaponise theatre against scrutiny, and treat elected officials with open disdain. And here's the twist that should concern every Londoner. This wasn't a one-off. Khan has developed a pattern. When questioned on ULEZ, he scoffs. When cornered on crime, he mocks. When asked about grooming gangs, community tensions, or knife attacks, he pivots to smugness and spin. When he should be showing seriousness, he performs. When Londoners need truth, they get theatrics. Imagine being the parent in that audience, telling your child, "Look, that's the Mayor of London," and then watching as that same man dismisses accountability and tells elected officials to stop being so serious. This wasn't a council house meeting or a social media Q&A. This was the London Assembly, the body responsible for holding the mayor to account. And instead of upholding the gravity of his role, Khan degraded the entire institution with petulance and arrogance. Even fellow Assembly members were left stunned. One suggested a moment of silence. perhaps to allow Khan time to collect his dignity. But there was no self-awareness, just more smirking, more dodging, more juvenile antics. This is what happens when power becomes complacent. Sadiq Khan has ruled London for nearly a decade. With Labour backing, media shielding, and activist circles cheering him on, he's forgotten the weight of his own office. To him, criticism is an inconvenience, accountability, an insult. But Londoners are watching. They see the cracks. They see the priorities shift from crime and housing to PR games and ideological crusades. And moments like these, caught on camera, when Khan reveals his disdain for the process, stick in the public's memory. Because this wasn't just about one bad joke. This was about a man who no longer respects the role he was elected to. A mayor who sees the assembly not as a safeguard of democracy, but as a stage for ego. Let's be crystal clear. Mockery isn't strength. Sarcasm isn't transparency. Turning legitimate political discourse into entertainment isn't leadership. It's a mask for failure. And the biggest joke? It wasn't Caroline Russell. It wasn't the Assembly. It wasn't the Conservatives. It was Sadiq Khan himself, dancing for the cameras while London bleeds. There are real issues on the ground. Knife crime is exploding. Teenagers are dying. Small businesses are suffocating under policy after policy. Police morale is collapsing. Ethnic tensions are rising. But Khan is too busy waving to children in a room where he should be answering to adults. No wonder trust in politics is dead. No wonder apathy is surging. Because when the mayor treats the assembly like a stage and his role like a meme, what hope is there for serious solutions? And to those still defending him, ask yourself, if this had been Boris or Farage or even Rishi Sunak, mocking a female assembly member and ignoring serious questions in front of children, would the media let it slide? But this isn't about party lines anymore. It's about decency. It's about maturity. It's about respect for the people who pay your damn salary. The next time Khan asks for your vote, remember this moment. Remember the wave, the smirk, the childish games, and ask yourself, is this the man we trust to run our capital? Because the punchline's over, the curtain has dropped, and all that's left is the wreckage of credibility.